So you are now a student mentor. Yes, you! Congratulations! So what do you do now? What do you do now? Cicero? Cicero, pay attention! Think back to when you were a new student at Columbia. What was it like? Not good, huh? Well, as a student mentor, it is your job to welcome new students and help them to transition into life here at CIC. So, you're ready to get to work? The student you are to mentor, or mentee, could arrive at any time of the day. Dinner time, afternoon, middle of the night. Generally, it will be in the evening. When they arrive, you will get a phone call to let you know that your new student is waiting for you. Now remember, when you go to meet your mentee for the first time, first impressions count. You should take a quick minute to get ready. You should brush your teeth, put some deodorant on, brush your hair, and dress in a presentable way. No, Cicero, wait! You don't have to wear your uniform. But also don't wear your pajamas. Tell me which of these would make a student feel more welcome. Now, which one would you want to be greeted by? Remember, when you meet your mentee, you should say things like, "Welcome to Columbia. We are so happy you are here. My name is," and then say your name. "And I will be your mentor." When you meet your mentee, the resident staff will give you a new student package. Inside are lots of important forms which you will help the student to fill out. This will be better explained to you after this video by the resident staff. In the package, you will also receive a mentor program meet and greet form. This form is a checklist of the things that you need to help your new student with. We will be referring back to this form throughout this video, so keep it handy. You need to fill out the mentee's first and last names, which name they prefer to be addressed as. You should also write down your own first and last name as well as your ID number. That looks really good, Cicero. Now let's move on to what is expected of you as a mentor. As soon as your mentee arrives, be sure to ask the following questions. How was your flight? How long was it? How was the food? How are you feeling? Are you hungry? If they are hungry, then the resident staff will be sure to have snacks available. If it is a mealtime, you can take them down to eat right away. But there is one very important question. Cicero, you need to ask the student if they need to go to the bathroom. After the introductions, you need to ask the hall master or the hall mistress which room the mentee has been assigned and if it is ready for them. Once their room is ready, you will need to help them with their luggage. Ask the student if they need any toiletries for the night. Toothbrush? Toothpaste? Deodorant? Soap? A towel? It is then time to introduce them to their roommate. Now Cicero, for many people this may be the first time they have ever had a roommate, so make sure they get off to a friendly start.
If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind, imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life.
Now Cicero, there are some bad times to make introductions. Remember, the goal is to get them off to a friendly start, so try to start a conversation. Introduce them to each other. If your new mentee is a member of the YAA program, be sure to let them know about important rules and guidelines of the YAA program, as well as about upcoming trips and events. After they have settled in for a little while, ask if they would like to call home. The first thing that most new students want to do when they arrive at CIC is call their family or friends back home. Inside their new student package is a phone card. If they would like to use it, help them to set it up. Now make sure you don't sit there and listen in on their conversation. Let them know you will be waiting in the hall for them to finish making their phone call. It may take 5 minutes, it may take half an hour. Be patient and wait. Give your mentee a tour of their residence. Show them all of the different facilities and locations they may need to know about. As a mentor, you have to have your mentee's first meal with them. Show them how the cafeteria works, how to use the trays, how many times they can go up for food, how many drinks they can have, what to do if they have a dietary concern. Be sure to tell them that they have to bring their ID card with them, and also be sure to show them where they are to put their dishes after they are done eating, and all of that sort of thing. If they come at a mealtime, do this right away. If not, tell them you will meet them outside of their room so you can both go down together. Be sure to tell the student about all upcoming events and trips at the school, how they can sign up for those, and where they can purchase tickets. After your first visit with the student, make sure to give them a Welcome to Columbia International College note that has your name, room number, and extension number, in case the student needs any help before you next meet. After the first couple of hours of your mentee's arrival, you should have sections 1 through 4 totally finished, unless they arrive in the middle of the night. Now it is time to find out what you have to do within the first couple of days. As a mentor, you are also responsible for sharing some important safety tips with your new mentees. Cicero and I will fill you in on what those things are. Rule number 1. When you are walking down the street, do not text or listen to music so loud that you can't hear traffic. Not only is it bad for your hearing, but makes you less aware of what is around you. Rule number 2. Cross only at marked crosswalks, not in the middle of the road. Cicero, stop! At intersections with lots of traffic, lights are installed to show you whether it is safe to walk or not. If the walking white man is displayed, it is safe to walk. Now let's talk about highways. Hey Cicero, where are you going? You want to go see that church, don't you? How are you gonna get there? Oh look, there it is. Now Cicero, you aren't thinking of going on the highway, are you? Cicero, what are you doing? Cicero, highways are for cars only. You are not allowed to walk along the side of the highway. That is much too dangerous. Those cars are going very fast and there's no sidewalk to walk on. Good idea, Cicero. That is much safer. Stay on main streets, where there are lots of people, streetlights, and businesses. Avoid shortcuts wherever possible, especially dark paths. Even if they seem faster or you are late, there is less chance that you will have an encounter you would rather not have if you stay where people can see you. It is always a good idea to travel with a friend, or even two. There is definitely safety in numbers. Now Cicero, you may have gotten lucky this time, but wouldn't it be much better if you did the safe thing the first time? If you ever feel uncomfortable in any situation, pay attention to this gut instinct and remove yourself from the situation immediately. It is never a good idea to carry large amounts of cash on your person. That is just asking for trouble. Instead, you should carry a debit bank card, or just pull out small amounts of cash from a bank machine as you need it. Be sure to go to a bank in the area to set up your very own bank account as soon as possible. This will keep your money safe from theft. Now be sure to not give out your card or the card's PIN number to anyone. Cicero, what are you doing? Getting a bank card and not sharing your PIN number is a great way to keep your money safe, Cicero. Hamilton, Ontario is built on the side of the Niagara Escarpment, the side of a valley that we call the mountain. Pine Hall is situated on top of the mountain, whilst the school and other residences are in the valley below. There are many roads that lead up the side of the mountain, but these are usually for cars only. If there are no sidewalks, these roads should not be walked on by any man, woman, and yes, cougars. Now you should take the pedestrian stairs down the mountain wherever possible instead. Much safer, don't you think? Now you know all about how to be safe out there with traffic. Obeying traffic lights, no loud music, no texting, no highways, and taking the stairs down the mountain and not roads. It is very important to not leave your belongings in public places where everyone can see them. Keep track of all of your stuff and it won't go walking away. Cicero, did you lose something? If you do lose something, then you should retrace your steps to where you last remember having it. Cicero, did you leave your laptop lying around? Anybody could have taken that, Cicero. Keep it safe next time. You left your cell phone on a table? Cicero, anybody could have taken that. Look over there. Are those your textbooks? Cicero, you should have put those into your bag. Cicero, you should keep your things in a bag as you are walking around. Cicero, look over there. Is that who I think it is? It is so wonderful to see you and your teddy bear back together. Now, how can we keep him safe in the future? Keep all of your important school stuff in your locker and all of your home stuff in a locked drawer in your room. Also, don't leave your stuff lying out in the open around your room. When you leave your room for any reason, make sure all important items are tucked away. Then make sure your room door is not propped open, but fully shut and locked before leaving. Don't assume, or you might have some unwanted guests. Don't assume everything will be fine, because we all know how bad it is to have something stolen from us, or to have someone gain access to our lives that we do not want to have there. Follow my advice. Keep your door closed. Anything valuable should be kept locked up in your room. Things like passports, visas, checkbooks, loose cash, jewelry, electronics, or anything with your home address and personal information on it should be kept in a locked drawer so that nobody can get their hands on it. There you go, Cicero. All of your valuable things are now safe and sound. Sharing these important safety tips with your mentees will help them to stay super safe while they are with us at CIC. Through the first week of classes, you need to help the student buy phone cards or set up a cell phone. Help them set up the internet on their computer. Take the students on at least one trip to CIC on public transit, teaching them proper bus etiquette, lining up, giving up your seat for the elderly, proper payment methods, things like that. Explain Canadian money, showing the worth of each coin and bill, and how much of each of these they will need to buy certain items. Warn students not to carry too much cash on their person. Teach them how to do laundry. Purchase laundry detergent. Demonstrate how to use the washer and the dryer. After your mentee's first day of classes, check in with them to see how their first day went. Ask them if they need any help with anything or if they have any questions for you. There may be some additional things that your mentee may need your help with. Things like setting up a bank account or getting them a cell phone. Be sure to write down the date and where you went in the spaces provided on the form. This is all looking pretty good, but there is one last major responsibility you have as a mentor. That comes on your mentee's first 4 days of school during a time that we call orientation. On their first day of school, it is the mentor's responsibility to wake up their mentees so that they can catch the bus to school. Make sure that you go to their room and get them up on each orientation day. Once they are up, you have to take them to where the bus will meet them. You don't have to go with them to school. An orientation leader will be doing that. You just have to make sure that they get onto the bus in the morning. When they get off the bus at the school, there will be someone there to greet them and tell them where to go. Make sure that your mentees know that they have to be in the gym by 8:15. Make sure that on the day of orientation, students bring the following: their passport, visa, their study permit, letter of acceptance. They should also have school payment receipts, school records or transcripts, English proficiency test results, such as TOEFL, SLEP, or IELTS, all certification for completed courses, and their parents' contact information, including their phone number, their email, and their home address. I know that is a lot to remember, but that is what the form is for. All of this information is on there. So now that you have done all of that work, now that you have diligently checked off every single one of those check marks on your form, now that you have greeted, welcomed, clothed, fed, answered any questions, and most of all, mentored your mentee, what do you do now? You will get community service based on all of those check marks on your form, which have shown that you have done everything that has been expected of you. Also, you will get more hours based on how many mentees you were responsible for, and any extra work you did whilst a mentor. Every residence will have a head mentor and an assistant head mentor who will help you with any issues that arise. you are responsible to get your completed form to them no later than 2 weeks after your new student arrives. If your form is not returned, you will not receive any community service hours. So, do you think you have what it takes to be a student mentor? To be a positive, helpful, and enthusiastic role model? To help a new breed of cougars start out their life in Canada right? I think after watching this video that you are more than ready. Go get 'em, Cougar.